Now tuning in to Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
Cody, can you hear my fake vampire teeth right now?
I cannot. If you want to come closer to the mic, maybe.
Can you imagine? You'd get so pissed at me, though, when you were editing this, if you just heard the little, clink clinks.
Just, every time you talk.
Yeah.
Listen, I am literally in the business of selling vampire teeth. That is my profession. That's my job. And
that's true.
I know about every variety there are. So I get it.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's up?
You're not gonna get over talking about this for a second. There are more than one kind of vampire
Oh,
teeth?
absolutely. So, there's, the plastic, 50-cent, whatever the fuck, that you just kind of stick in your teeth, and they're the tops and the bottoms. You just kind of, move with your mouth.
Uh-huh.
And then, there's the ones that, they're, individual teeth, and they mold to your teeth, so they look, real and cool.
Okay, so I hate that, though.
Why? What?
I mean...
It's better than having plastic in your mouth, and you can't do anything. They're at least, normal teeth. They just, act like your teeth. They're just a little bit longer and pointed.
Oh, okay, so they're, Invisalign.
I guess.
I don't... I regret talking about this now.
Great.
But they still have the little, pointers.
What do you mean? Yeah, they're vampire teeth. Sorry, one more time? Stop! I need words. I need description.
I don't know what the pointy ones are called. Those type of teeth have a specific scientific name, and I don't know them. The munchy teeth.
I don't know what they're called. They're just the cheapo, vampire teeth.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
I don't like that, but I want some.
I can get you some, so
that's
let me know.
On brand. Can you imagine if I showed up to the next convention that I'm at just with vampire teeth?
Absolutely.
Just no discussion.
Yeah.
Just my usual kind of teacher outfit, but just with vampire teeth.
Yeah, this is what my teeth are like. I just have these.
These are just mine. I don't understand.
Although we do have different varieties of the ones that you can mold. They're called love bites or whatever, and they're just the smaller. They're more the feminine version. They're just a little bit smaller because the normal ones are kind of big. So if you have a smaller mouth, it's just kind of there's just too much teeth here, and I can't close my mouth. But, so there's those, and there's, the regular ones, and then we have these, spirally ones, and they look fucking gnarly. They're just, these weird, long, saber crazy shit, but...
What, are they, zoodles for your mouth?
Basically, but, hard, and teeth. Yeah.
This is a discussion that I actually regret having. So, hi, welcome to Into the Regrets podcast.
That's the most accurate
Cody?
Fake title we've had.
How is your week going, Cody?
You know what? I'm alright. I am sweating, which is a crime because it's September, but, I'm just living my life.
That's fair. I want to say on the podcast, therefore it's real, I am so proud of you for making it through this Twilight-centered week.
It was a lot.
Yes.
If y'all are not up to date on, our Twitter and, all that stuff, it's been a week for Twilight.
So for the fake fans...
Yeah. You know who you are.
Yeah. We watched Eclipse earlier this week on a Tuesday.
That is correct.
And then we had a live stream.
Hey, it was live and it was a stream. It was just a little bit of a haphazard sort of put together of a live stream because my internet was nah, I'm good, actually. So,
yeah.
Allie, for 45 minutes, held up her phone, in which I was projected on a FaceTime, and streamed from her computer, and it was great, and we had a very good time, so...
It ended up being really great. There's a lot of things on there that fit into the regrets.
Yeah.
Which I think is a really apt title for our live stream now.
Absolutely.
If I'm being honest. But yes, so that was amazing. I had a great time.
And that's still on our YouTube channel if you want to go back and look at it and listen to it and all that stuff.
Yes. I just love that your internet was you know what? Taco's good out here. And we just made it work anyways because we're resilient, and it's great. So that has been fantastic and a really good ending to our Eclipse season. I guess it's been like a whole quarter of
Jesus.
about Eclipse, which is wild.
Which means in the next couple of weeks, if you are any supporter level on Patreon, you will be getting a hot pipin' blooper reel from this past quarter of Eclipse. So get fucking ready.
I'm so excited.
Get ready.
Those are my favorite times of the season because I literally have no idea what are on those. And so it's always such a nice treat for me.
Me either. I just kind of like open up the files and I'm like, when were any of these things that we said that I took out while editing?
How did Tom, make our voices happen in these ways and make that work? So it's been a slow news week for Twilight, which hasn't happened in a couple of months because of Oh Ye Oh Good press tour. Mm-hmm. So it's been nice. The good thing, though, that I wanted to mention, and Cody and I have kind of been laughing about it since before we started recording, is that there is I don't know that convention is the proper word. There's a event.
It's a festival.
A festival,
it's
yes. A festival happening in Forks right now.
Right the fuck now. If you're listening, you missed it. It's that hot. It's that hot and relevant.
It's happening right now in Forks, and it's all Twilight centered.
What?
And it's why am I not there?
Could you imagine if the time you actually drove up to Forks, you just, came across a whole festival event that was happening in Forks?
I would have passed out.
You would have, absolutely, 100%. You'd have just died on the spot.
Well, because where Jackson is, the actor who plays Jasper Hale, he's taking a photo at the Forks welcome sign. Mm-hmm. And the one that he's at, there's two, welcome to Forks signs. There's one driving into Forks from the Port Angeles side, so coming south, and then there's one coming into Forks going north, anyways. And he's at the one that's by the Welcome Center.
Also, this is just, a great photo. He's a cute little boy, and I'm a fan.
And it's perfect. There's dimples. There's everything. But imagine that I had just pulled up to the Welcome Center, and I had just been like, "Oh, hey Jackson, how's it going?" What the fuck are you doing?
What? This is my safe space.
Even better, imagine if it hadn't happened when there was a Twilight Festival going on. Just Jackson, what are you doing?
Why are you just here?
He's like, this is my safe space,
I live here.
Oh my god.
I live under the floorboards of the community center in Forks.
Oh my god. So yeah, there's a lot of great things happening. Yesterday, on Friday, we missed it. It was Victoria's Army 5K fun run.
Oh no.
Which sounds like my personal hell, but right now, as we speak, today is Saturday when we're recording, there is an American Red Cross blood drive.
Great.
So, good idea, very on brand for Twilight themed shitty organization.
Yeah.
So, great.
Also, a little too on the nose. You know what I mean?
Just
a little too... no.
There's a costume contest going on right now. There's a lot of great stuff happening. But yeah, Jackson, the guy who plays Jasper, isn't the only cast member that's there. The actor who plays Sam Yulee is there, and then fucking Mike Newton is there as well. So...
Come on, he had to.
I mean, I'm pretty sure his agent was like, for the love of fuck,
please just do something to put you back out there.
Money.
God. Could you imagine if you went to Forks and he was the only person there, and you were just like, I want to punch you in the face, sir. I love you, man, but I hate you so much.
Well, Michael Welch was the guy that fucking Anna Kendrick texted about our buttons. So he'd be like, you're that bitch with those buttons? And I'd be like, you're that motherfucker?
You're that man?
We would just throw hands in a parking lot. It'd be fine.
God. Next time you go to Forks, you should just bring a bunch of buttons and just throw them at people, at passerbys.
Well, I would just gently hand them to people.
Or you could do whichever way makes you feel more comfortable, I'm just saying.
That way, some, sad Forks person doesn't have to clean those up off the side of the road. That's not nice. Speaking of sad people.
Oh, no.
We have a fashion corner today, Cody.
Fashion corner! Wee, 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 wee!
And it was sent to us a couple times because it is all of our middle school dreams coming true, is how it was phrased.
Yep.
Now, Cody, could you please, because of the fact that you also have this haircut,
I don't.
do me the honors of describing these side-by-side images, please.
Okay. So, Joe Jonas, right? We know him. We love him. He's the man. He's out here living his life. He's got a mustache now, which is a wild play, and a what seems to be, well, I mean, it's not like a checkered shirt, but it's like close enough, you know?
He looks like a gecko.
Oh, well, all right. What? Anyway, he has a mustache and he has like really short black hair, which means he looks exactly like Charlie Swan, like identical, and it's off-putting, to say the least.
It's a lot.
It's too much.
Now I'm just imagining that, like, this is what Bella could have looked like.
God.
Which is just, like, a lot.
Wow.
For me.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I just imagine. I want a Charlie Swan reboot, and for, like, Joe Jonas to play it, please.
Please, God, Joe.
Because then it could be a musical.
Oh my God. What would Charlie Swan sing about? Please humor me.
Doing his best.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. You're not wrong.
And love lost and
wow.
Trying
a nice little ballad. A nice ballad.
All I'm imagining now is like Beauty and the Beast, but Charlie Swan and Joe Jonas. So.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying. Speaking about beasts and shit.
Okay, wild transition.
We watched a movie this week about a certain.
Sorry?
I don't know.
Allie, for the first time in her life, is drunk, and it's happening now on this podcast.
And by drunk, you mean I had a little bit too much peppermint tea today.
Oh my God.
I really just tried to, like, soothe my nerves, and just, like too chill.
I am paying the price.
There's so many, life has consequences, everyone. So, we watched Eclipse this week.
That's yep.
And I tried to console Cody throughout the past 3 months of, like, Cody, it's okay. I know the book is shit, but, like, the movie's a little bit better. So I was lying.
I mean, you weren't that wrong. I would say New Moon, the movie, was far worse.
Yeah.
But in comparison to how bad, like, Eclipse, the book is, it sort of, like, evens out. Like, it wasn't awful, but it also had all the garbage shit that was in the book, just, like, in terms of the text and the plot. So, like, really, it didn't really have a lot to go off from there.
Right.
But it wasn't like Twilight, in which it was visually assaulting my eyes.
Yeah,
and with their color choices or their editing choices. So, like, it wasn't the worst thing I've literally ever seen, so.
Right. There are a few differences. So, up until this point, we've had different directors every movie, and that is the truth for this one, too. We had David Slade, and I went through and watched all the behind-the-scenes stuff that comes with DVDs today to, like, prepare.
Oh, my God.
And I forgot how much of a film nerd David Slade is. Like, he cares so much about cinema. It's, like, off-putting for me, but it's probably really exciting for a lot of other people.
Sure.
Because I'm just like, you're saying a lot of words that I don't know, but you sound really cool doing it.
You sound so passionate.
Yeah, so when they were talking about it, David Slade apparently has a lot of background doing music video directing. I don't know whether or not that had anything to do with how it translated into Eclipse.
Yeah, I can kind of see that in terms of, like, the quick editing and stuff that was used, and, like,
yes,
incorporating music or whatever.
But the one thing that we could probably touch on right off the bat is the color scheme was very different compared to Chris White's in New Moon. I don't know. Could you tell if there was a specific
I don't think there was, like, a set color palette, right? Because, like, Twilight, very obviously blue. Like, no other, there's one color and it is blue. All other colors are outlawed. There's none in this universe. New Moon had, in some aspects, there was, like, more cool tones, and then in some aspects there was a lot of, like, reds and browns, and, like, more autumnal and more, like, you know, making sense in, like, an actual world that makes sense and how it would look like.
Right.
And this one was just kind of like, it did its job in that it wasn't, like, I didn't notice it, you know? Which means it was fine.
It was good.
And it wasn't, like, you know, distracting like it has been in the past.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I don't know. I had to kind of think about it when I was writing our notes today, which for me meant it was doing its job.
Right, yeah. The point is that, like, you shouldn't really notice it unless it's, like, amazingly jaw-dropping, but, like, if it's just doing its job, you know? It's not just like, why is this yellow? For no reason.
Right, yeah.
What?
There were a couple of other pre-production things that I wanted to talk about, too. So, in the behind-the-scenes stuff, they talked about the vampire camp. And they had done a little bit of this last time in New Moon as well to get ready for the Volturi fight scene. But this one, it was, like, heavy stuff, right? Because of the battle that they had to do.
Oh.
And so they were talking about how, like, 2 weeks before the shooting even started, they... like, all of the Cullen clan went to Vancouver, and they were, like, working in this gym and, like, trying to get all buff and shit and, like, working on, like, fake punches and all this stuff. And, of course, Kellen Lutz, who plays Emmett, was, like, into it, right? He was like, yes, let's
I want to punch stuff, let's go.
Yeah, and they were like, no, we're fake punching. We're punching for movies, not, like, killing each other, which was amazing, and I loved it a lot.
We're punching for movies.
But, like, there's a difference, though.
Absolutely. I mean, yes, of course. I just like the phrase, like, no, we're punching for movies. I'm a professional movie puncher. I only exclusively punch for movies.
Me. The other thing, too, was they were talking about during the ravine scene, the way that they shot it was on this thing that the production team called a magic carpet, which was basically, those things in the airports that make you walk slightly faster and there's no one in front of you. So it was basically that, but, like, times 10. And so the actors had to run full speed, and then they would, like, in FX, like, put the stuff behind them to make it look like they were running really fast.
Whoa.
But everybody was, like, trying to see how fast they could run against each other to, like, make the day go by faster, which I thought was cute.
That's so cute.
I know. So the other thing that I wanted to mention before we start talking about the content was the pre-pro. So we have seen this photo before, right? Of Taylor Lautner in his green screen, like, wolf thing. But, like, now we finally watch the movie, so you know the context of when Bella actually touches Jacob.
Does a little pet, a nice little tap.
Yeah. So I just feel like we have to mention it in this podcast, too, because of the fact that, like, there was a day when Taylor was literally in that outfit, having to just be tapped on his forehead all day.
God, my favorite thing about cinema, just in a grand, all of it, is just when people do mocap and they just are in those suits, but you see everyone else, like, in their own costumes and, like, interacting with the person, but they're very much in just, like, a mocap huge buff suit. Like, Beauty and the Beast one kills me. Like, I think about it. I think about it every day, and it's so important to me, because it's just, like, the stilts, and then there's, like, this buff kind of, like, gray suit that's happening. Anyway, but Emma Watson's, like, definitely, like, dressed to the fucking nine. She's, like, in it. She's got all the Bella fits, and meanwhile, this fucking dude is just, like... in this ridiculous thing, and it makes my day. It makes my day so much.
I'm so glad that I didn't see those photos until after I watched Beauty and the Beast, because the fact that Dan Stevens looked like that the whole time they were filming, I would not have been able to keep a serious face.
There's
the fact
no way.
that Emma, like, pulled her shit together, honestly, just makes me wonder what kind of shit Rupert and Dan pulled during where am I? during Harry
the crossover
Potter.
Nobody asked for.
The crossover everybody asked for. Have you seen fanfiction?
Well, you haven't seen fanfiction before 6 months ago, so alright. Or a year, I guess.
Hey. Okay. So, I don't know where to even start with this movie. I mean, do you want to start with the sideburns? Do you want to start with the wigs? Like, where do we go from here?
Let's start... I mean, sideburns and wigs are kind of hand in hand, right?
Yeah, the costume department.
We'll do our little costume, our makeup corner, our little, like, what the fuck happened, y'all?
Oh my god.
You had a budget, and where did it go? Not here. I can't see it. I don't know.
Yeah, by Eclipse, like, they have no excuses, right?
It's really embarrassing. It's embarrassing. All of the wigs, like, I would say in the past couple movies, I don't know if they, like, changed some of the wigs or they keep the same ones. I don't really know what the whole deal is, whatever. But Bella's wig is, like, not great, but, like, in the first two movies, it's not very noticeable. Like, if you know, then you're like, yeah, this is a wig. But, like, sometimes you're just kind of like, this could be someone's hair, like, it's fine. But in Eclipse, my god, her hairline was, like, pushed the fuck back, and it was, like, so bad. Girl, your edges are, everything is out, and it's all bad. This is not your hair. Looks like you're wearing, like, 12 bumpets, and are just, like,
oh my
trying
God.
to make it work as, like, a natural, just got out of bed hair. And I'm like, that's not, no.
So for Kristen's wig, it's bad, right? And even in New Moon, like, it was rough stuff.
Yeah,
right?
it started getting a little bit worse, you know.
So I have a little bit of sympathy for the makeup and costume department, right? Because during this time, Kristen and Dakota were filming The Runaways, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that's when she fucking chopped her natural hair, right? And was like, I'm gonna dye it black too, so fuck all y'all. So I have a little bit of sympathy for them, but also, you at this point have no excuses. You need to be able to know how to make a wig look realistic on camera.
Absolutely.
I don't get it. There were some parts where I was like, is this literally Taylor Lautner's wig thrown on Bella? Like, I don't understand. And then there was that part too when they were training for the fight scene when somebody decided, like, oh, let's just give her a half haircut today and, like, fucking put half in a ponytail and put the rest down. And I was like, motherfucker,
it's not good.
I can see where this wig started now. You're not doing yourself any favors.
No.
Please stop. I just imagine Kristen being pissed. Like, are you serious right now?
Guys.
Guys, please stop.
Please.
So, Rosalie's wig.
Oh, God.
You want to dishonor my queen.
She deserves...
like
she's
this?
so beautiful, and it's infuriating that she got fucked with such a bad wig.
I'm so grateful that David Slade knows how to cut his shots in a way so that when they were doing some of the close-ups during her, like, reveal of everything that happened to her, I was able to not focus on her wig and see her face, and I was like, damn, alright.
Yeah.
But holy shit.
My biggest pet peeve in, like, when wigs are in, like, movies or TV or whatever. In Stranger Things, when Eleven, like, gets that wig, and they just buy it from, like, a corner store for, like, a couple bucks, and it looks like a fucking laid lace front, and it's infuriating. Because it's like, that would have been, like, $100. Absolutely not. But...
right.
fucking Rosalie's wig looks like what that wig should have looked like. Like,
she deserves so much better. And
they just found it at a gas station, and they're like, just put it on. It's blonde, it's great. Just, you look good. And it's bad.
It is. It's really bad, and it's unforgivable, and there's nothing about it. The only thing that I'm thankful for is that during her flashback scene, and then during I think it was the ravine scene too, they did some updos for her that looked a little bit better.
Yeah. They learned how to style it, but it was way too late for it to be forgiven.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's... Okay, so we do need to talk about the caterpillars on Arpath's face, though. Because... sorry? I don't understand. I have a lot of questions. They were a little bit distracting, especially because, like, I mean, the movie starts off with Riley, right? We need to talk about Riley later. But the first scene between our two mains, all we see is the straight up close up of his profile, and it's just like straight burns, just like all the face.
He looks like if Martin Van Buren was just like a teen, like, but still had his entire sideburn situation.
Holy shit.
That would be Edward, because it was that wild. Like, they were just like puffing out. It's like, you were in high school. I don't understand. I mean, I get it. You're a 100-year-old vampire. However, you are in high school. There's no way this is believable to anyone here. I don't understand. I just don't get it.
Well, and it's not realistic for his character to think that, like, everything else is perfectly coiffed.
Right.
And his sideburns.
He is so
like,
high maintenance.
Doesn't give a fuck.
With this whole thing. Also, I don't know about y'all, but in my school, like, if y'all had, like, a bit of facial hair, they're like, absolutely not. Get that off of your face. Absolutely not.
You mean, like, people were judging others for facial hair?
Well, you couldn't have facial hair. Or, like, a lot of it.
What?
Yeah. That's a very normal thing.
That's wild. Yeah. That was not... I don't think that was a thing in our high school.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't remember anyways.
Yeah.
But I also didn't have facial hair, so...
That's true.
Damn. Okay, well, wow.
I'm just saying, like, there's no teacher that's like, yeah, this is fine. This, like, 17-year-old kid just has, like, these huge fucking sideburns. Like, what? He looks like a professor. It's so silly.
He does. He literally doesn't look like a teenager to save his life. Speaking of opening sequences, though, we should talk about Riley.
Hello.
Because... obviously, he's in this movie a lot more than he is in the book.
He's in it a lot, and it makes more sense, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I hope so.
Because, like, in the book, which we talked about, like, there's nothing until the last, like, 50 pages, maybe, when we get that last sort of hurrah with Victoria and Riley comes out. That is the first time that we see him. And then also, they all die, and it's, like, this whole thing. But, like, and because it's just, like we said, Exposition City, where he just, like, gives you everything you need to know about him, and also how he's in love with Victoria, and also all this stuff, and blah, 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 blah. And, like, Edward's just being like, no, don't listen to her. Like, that's not, you can't just whip it in at the end there and make us care about this character, because there's no way that we're gonna do that. At least in the film, they're like, let's start it off in the beginning, right? Let's just, like, hint it in, and then also, like, weave through between scenes and stuff, like, little vignettes of, like, Riley, and, like, the fucking newborns and all that stuff. And then when you actually get to the end, it makes sense, and you actually are just like, ah, shit, she did him so dirty, you know?
Right. Oh, yeah, we should talk about the part that actually made you laugh, though. the fucking
My
car.
one laugh in 3 films. Oh, genuine laugh. Fucking Riley has all the newborns, and you can hear him say, like, I told you guys to, like, keep a low profile, and meanwhile, it cuts to, like, a car that's toppled over on fire, and all these vampires are just, like, freaking the fuck out. And it was so good. Like, the timing was really good. It was I was like, oh, a joke from the Twilight Saga? I was not expecting it, and it was nice. It was a great time.
So, fun fact about that scene, the actor who plays Riley, his name is Xavier Samuel, which, like, what a fucking name.
Hello.
And he's Australian. So, they cast him, and he's apparently, like, really quiet and, like, soft-spoken and stuff.
Oh.
And so, when they get to that scene, and he just, like, screams that line, apparently it went, like, quiet on set. Like, even the PAs were like, what the fuck? And then he just went back to, like, when they, like, said cut, he was just like, so, how's your day? And they were like, okay.
That's a mood.
Yeah. But yeah, I love that part, because all the newborns are just like, we want to throw hands.
I want to fight everyone.
Yep. But the other thing, too, that we get about the little vignettes, and we get more information about the newborns, is we actually see the Volturi being like, well, we don't give a fuck. Let's just see what they do with the colons.
Let's just, you know what? Let them play their little game. Let's figure it. We have nothing else to do.
Yes, which I like that a little bit more. The nice thing about the way that the film shot this too is we get more Victoria. Mm-hmm. So even from the beginning, and because of the fact that the movie is less just like Bella's POV, we get some more scenes. So rather than her hearing about the ravine chase solely during the first encounter with Jacob, we actually get to like see it with the vampires and the wolves. And I don't know, I thought that made it a little bit more dynamic than just like, it's the show not tell thing, right?
Right,
so,
yeah.
Which was nice. We finally get Bryce Dallas Howard, and she's my fave. I think she does the best Victoria.
Oh, yeah.
Because the fact that, like, in this one, she's like no holds bar, right? She's just like her total manipulative, evasive self. And I think that she personally plays it really well.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's just wild to think, like, this was who I was selected to be. And it's like, well, that's awkward.
Well...
The other differences, too, between, like, the movie and the book, thankfully, I guess in a good way, too, is it opens up with that fucking Robert Frost quote, right? But we don't get any Wuthering Heights in the movie.
Thank
which is
God.
Nice, because that was, like, all the book.
A blessing.
For us. Yes. And what were some other interesting differences? Oh, yeah, so Jessica was the valedictorian rather than Eric. So we get that cute little scene with Anna Kendrick, which I thought was adorable.
God bless.
There's always that, like, cliche scene of, like, a graduation that just, like, makes me cry. And I'm just like, well...
Oh, my God.
There was an extended scene with that part where when they're walking out to dinner, Charlie is like, has his arm around Bella, and he's like, you're my best accomplishment, and I'm like, like, bye.
I'm actually crying, actually.
Yep, so fuck me, I guess. The other thing that I wanted to mention, so I remember when we were reading it, Jasper wasn't actually supposed to be in high school. He had already graduated, but in the movie they were like, well, Alice doesn't need to be alone.
Right.
So...
Let's just bring up Hoop. Come on.
Right. So that was great. The other thing that I want to talk about too was Jasper's backstory, because we actually get to see it made out in person. Same with, obviously, Rosalie's. And I think that seeing it rather than just reading it makes it definitely more dynamic.
Yeah.
With the whole Maria thing, and even with Rosalie's, with Royce.
That was so fucking lit. I wish it lasted longer. That's my one thing. Like, I was very excited to be translated onto the screen, but it was more like a second, which was good. It made sense. But you can tell it's very much, I would even say that the like music video influence was there too, because it's just kind of like a nice cut to like her in this wedding dress and then like back to reality.
There was a little part from that scene that they cut where Rosalie, like, smashes open the doors and starts, like, crooning to Royce, like, "Royce, honey," but it's in her, like, very creepy voice, and I almost wish that they would have kept that in, just because it, like, I don't know, it's so spooky, but yeah, I can see what you're talking about there, like, the influence of even with Jasper's and with fucking Rosalie's, too. They were tight, which I guess is good.
I do love how Rosalie was just like, it was very dramatic back then. I was like, bitch, don't act like you don't love it.
You haven't changed one bit.
Come on.
Oh my god, that's great. Speaking of dramatic, we should probably talk about Jacob. Fucking Jacob.
He's so moist in this movie. Like, there's not a second in this movie where he's not drenched, and I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know if someone like followed him with like a spray bottle and was just like, let me just get you glistening a little bit. Hold on.
To be fair, Forks is a wet place.
I know.
However, he doesn't look rain wet. He
looks
baby oil wet. Like, he's just glistening.
He just like took a dip in like a tub of Vaseline and just came out. And it was like, hello, I'm ready. Yeah. And you're like, please stop.
Jacob changed his skincare routine and is overusing coconut oil now.
Absolutely.
And it's a lot.
Yeah.
The first time that we see him, he's just so fucking brooding. He's just like in that black shirt and just like standing there by his motorcycle.
Like,
and it's just like a lot.
Meh.
There is so much to unpack from that one scene, right? Because that starts off Bella only wearing brown for the rest of the movie.
God, yeah.
Which, it's just like, costume department, I get it. I get it. You read the book. But, like, chill. Stop. This is a lot.
Yeah.
And also, the fucking car commercial that happens when they're walking out of fucking Edward's car.
Fucking amazing.
It's like, hi, welcome to this Volvo. Buy my car. It's just too much, and I don't like it a lot.
Like, thank you, but no thanks, actually.
No thanks. I'm all good. There was that part, too. I don't know if you noticed this, but all the people that were wearing jeans in that movie were wearing American Eagle jeans.
Oh, my God. 2010! Yes!
Yeah, it was a lot for me to personally handle.
I bet.
Oh, okay. Minutia details. So, when... It's the first part of the movie when they get back from the meadow and Charlie's like, 4 o'clock on the dot. What the fuck? I hate this kid.
Fucking get out of here. Let me fight him.
Can you imagine? Edward having to go easy on Charlie. That'd be so fucking cute. When they pan over to Charlie, I was looking on his like little area where he has all of his stuff, and there's an ashtray, and I wanted to know your thoughts about that.
What do you mean? Is that shocking?
But I just don't see Charlie as the smoking type in a house, especially too.
Yeah, maybe he like brings it out on the porch or something. But I think he and Billy would like have a cigar together and like watch the game. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. I just did not expect to see one on his, like, side table.
Sure, yeah.
That does not fit his character, because especially, like, maybe before Bella lived there, maybe.
Yeah.
But especially with, like, someone there, I don't imagine him being, like, Bella coming downstairs, there's just, like, a fucking cloud of smoke.
Listen, as much as he loves Bella, the second Bella has been in his home, he's been stressed so much. It's like insurmountably more stressed. So maybe he was like, I just need like a direct line.
Alternative thought. What if it's the good Kush?
I am here for that.
Can you imagine
It
now?
is Washington, so...
Bella coming downstairs to get ready for school. And Charlie's like, hey.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, like, there's no way that in his, like, couple years, like, post, divorce or whatever, that he just wasn't fucking living it up, smoking doobies all the time, and was just, like, living his dream. Like, he still doesn't know how to do anything in his home. He never, like, he just took, like, a couple years, just, like, break, and just, like, went back to being, like, a college dude, and just, like, did that. And he still, like, maybe just wants to join every now and again, just to, like, feel something, or just to, like, take him back to another time.
Okay, well, I was thinking maybe he was using it to relax because all of Bella's nightmares during New Moon stressed him out.
Right.
But maybe he's just doing it to feel something.
I don't think those are two very different ideologies. I think they're I think they're pretty. There's a nice Venn diagram where they both exist.
And the Charlie Swan Defense Squad strikes up again, my friends.
You're welcome. We're back. We're ready.
Oh my god. There was one part, because I do need to mention, fuck Mike Newton again, just for the bingo board. When Jessica is trying to write her graduation speech, when they're at the table before Alice is like, I decided to throw a party. When Mike is trying to write the speech for her, he's like, my fellow students. And then I love that Jessica, like, crumples it and throws it back in his face, because, like, mood.
Yep.
But when they're panning off and, like, trying to transition to the next scene, you can faintly hear Mike being like, wait, people give you money when you graduate? And I was like, motherfucker. Did you not? I hate this kid.
Oh.
He's my least favorite.
Baby.
I just, like, what is the point of graduating if not this? Oh, I cannot handle it. Okay, so we need to talk about the actual battle that happens. Because
We do.
I cry every time. Because we actually get to see what happens in the main field this time.
Yeah.
Because thank God we're not in Bella's point of view the entire
Thank
movie.
God.
Which means we get to see Jasper do his thing. We get to see Emmett live his best life. We get to see Carlisle try to just be like, no fighting, no fighting.
Guys, I just,
Let me offer asylum to you all. So I love that. That also means that we get to see the wolves helping along with this too, which is great. And then obviously at the same time, we have the Victoria, Riley, Edward, Seth thing that's happening too.
Yeah.
Which, like, Seth,
baby.
I cry. Yeah, that's when we really get to see the betrayal of Victoria happen in media res, which I love.
And also you see, like, Bella almost doing the third wife thing, or, like, definitely doing the third wife thing, and you're just like, whoa, like, actually seeing it, you're like, bitch, you're fucking wild, what?
Can you imagine if it had, like, panned over to Seth that time and he just, like, rolled his eyes? Like,
it's like, motherfucker, I was right there, guys.
This is my culture, first of all.
Yep.
And two, I was faking it, so.
Yeah,
rude.
obviously.
Yes. The other thing about this, too, I really liked that Edward kind of, like, yelled at Victoria during that scene when she, like, tried to leave, and he was like, this is the only time you're gonna get this.
Right, so fucking, if you're gonna do it, do it.
Yep. But it was nice to see, like, Edward's crush on Riley become realized in this moment.
It was very good.
Because in the movie, we actually know that Edward has known who Riley is this entire time.
Right, and not just some rando.
Yep.
That he's, for some reason, is like, she's lying to you. Person I'd never met before. Who are you, actually?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
The thing about this, though, that always makes me cry is when they go back to the main field and Bella actually sees Jacob get hurt rather than just hear about it. So we don't get Edward falling on his knees and Seth whimpering this time. We actually see Bella, like, sprinting across this field to go take care of Jacob. But to be fair, this time it's not like a Jacob, it's a Leah, because Leah was trying to do the damn thing and it didn't work out.
And Leah would not let that go. She's like, I had it, guys. And meanwhile, like, Jacob is literally dying. And she's like, guys, if you just let me do the thing. And I was like, you know what, Leah? You know what? Maybe next time, Leah. Maybe next time. But right now, our friend is dying.
The whole right side of his body. The nice thing about that part is Bella doesn't faint. Thank you, Bella. She tries to take care of him. The thing about this, though, so when Jacob gets hurt, like, he is naked, right? So
very, yeah.
You just have to be like, let's just take these 8 people carrying Jacob's, like, naked body away from the field quickly so the Volturi get here and don't realize what's happening. Great. Good. Great. We do get our introduction to Bree, the actual actor who plays Bree Tanner, which is nice because there isn't a movie for Bree. We actually get to read her little novella, which is nice. Dakota Fanning being over life in general, which is
very good.
A mood. Yep. And then the ending, which is so different because, like, Carlisle and Billy do the handshake, which doesn't happen in the actual book and stuff.
But
so
here we are.
Yep. All of the Quileute pack being shirtless except for Leah, which, like, okay. Yeah, sounds about right.
Leah should just be shirtless in protest.
You
know what?
She would.
Absolutely. I love her.
Yeah, she definitely would. And then the actual ending, actually, hold on, wait, before we get to the ending, we should probably talk about the kisses, right?
I guess you gotta.
I don't want to, but, like, we probably should.
Yep. Yeah.
So, Bella, I just want to mention Kristen Stewart's face when she punches Taylor.
So good.
During the first kiss, because it was, like, spot on.
Yeah,
it was great.
Very good.
It was very good. And then, during the second one, it's not as aggressive as the movie, or as the book makes it seem.
Right.
Which is nice, because
it goes on for a long time, though.
It's a long kiss.
It's a long one.
Thankfully, Jacob doesn't do the taunt that he does in the book of, like, do you really want me to leave? Like,
right.
You need to do better than that thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's gross.
It's like, no, I think we're gonna get it in one. Thank you, though.
Yep. Yeah, so those were gross and stuff.
Yeah.
The proposals, there were 2 of them because there were in the book, and that's just, like, a lot.
You know.
But the ending was a little bit different in the book, too, because, 1, there's no wedding dress shown here, anyway.
Yeah.
And
gotta save that up.
Right, yeah. They gotta make it first. And 2, there isn't an epilogue, so we don't get Jake getting his wedding invitation.
And, like, thank God.
Yeah. It just ends with Bella doing her spiel at the end of, like, hey, fuck all y'all, I'm doing this for me, this is my life, so...
Bye. But also, hi, forever.
Yep, exactly. And we do still get the spiel of the, we need to do something dangerous, we need to go tell Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any final thoughts about Eclipse?
God.
No, fuck you.
Yeah, no,
Don't
you need to talk about the music, right?
How dare I?
Yeah, I was
had
gonna...
it on top of our dock.
Yeah.
So I almost forgot. Okay, fuck you. We're not talking about the end yet. Okay, so the music. Oh my god. Okay, the music. So the soundtrack is everything that I listened to in high school. So we got the Bops, we got Sia, we got the Black Keys, we got Vampire Weekend, we got Band of Horses, we got Florence and the Machine.
It's a good lineup.
What did you mention, Cody? There was the Trash Man himself. CeeLo Green.
Yeah, Mr. CeeLo Green did a little track for the Eclipse soundtrack. So if you want to listen to that, I guess that's something that you could listen to.
I hate it. Everything else on the Eclipse soundtrack is bops. I love it all. It's all perfect. They're
great. Just, like, indie hits, and then also Muse. But, like, it's just, like, so good.
Well, yeah, I think Muse is, like, contractually obligated.
Yeah, at this point, they have just, like, they gotta get one in, you know? And, like, I respect it, it's fine.
Especially because of the fact that David directed their music videos, I feel like they were like, yeah, you're gonna put this on there, right?
You gotta, come on.
Yeah. Okay, and then the score. So, here's the thing. Howard Shore is one of my favorite composers of all time. Now, I have a lot of feelings about the Eclipse score in general, because there are a lot of character compositions on this one, which, like, are my fucking jam. Two of my personal favorites, and, like, there's a lot, right? Because we get Jasper's, we get Rosalie's, amazing, perfect, they fit it, and, like, Howard knows what he's doing, right? Howard's done a lot of shit. However, we need to talk about Bella's theme, because Bella's theme starts when she goes to Florida for the first time to see her mom. And, like...
we need to talk about Renee, first of all. Pivot.
Yes.
Renee is that bitch. Because she is, like...
Renee is me.
She is, like my fantasy. She's like lounging on this like chair outside near the pool, and she's got like the phoenix sun on her, and she's got like a sun hat, and she's drinking like a legitimate Long Island iced tea, just like sipping on it, and then like talking about her trash boyfriend. And honestly, it is the biggest mood that's ever mooded. It's the biggest schmood that's ever mooded.
I just, like, love Renee in this moment because, like, her hat also has, like, turquoise on it, which means, like, you know, you get those, like, Arizona influences even though they're still in Florida. Mm. And then, like, you know that, like, she made the quilt that she gave to Bella by hand. Like, she sewed it, and it's just, like, perfect and great, and I love it a lot. So, Bella's theme isn't just called Bella's theme. It's called Bella's theme / compromise, which, like, oh my god, that's, like, way too on brand. So, I love that theme. It fits her perfectly. It's, like, somber and soft, and it is also started to play at the end as well. Great. Perfect. The one, however, that makes me cry literally every time I listen to it, and that's a lot because I've been playing this soundtrack since the first time I got it, which is like fucking almost 8 years.
Wow.
It's embarrassing. Is Jacob's theme.
Oh
Jacob's theme is painful to listen to, but I love it, and it hurts me, and it's everything that I've ever wanted, and it fits him great. Like, Jacob's theme, when I listen to it, is like what I imagine Jacob, and not like the shit Jacob that actually is written in the books.
The like, Jacob.
Yeah. Like, Howard understands that character better than Stephanie has in the literal, like, 100,000 pages that have been written in this series, which is embarrassing, but true.
It really is.
Okay, I got that out of the way. I just needed that to be saved in posterity.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of feelings about that music. So, final thoughts about Eclipse. Cody, please.
It's a movie.
Oh!
I don't know. Like, I don't know what I expected. Like, it kind of fit everything that I went in with some, like, pretty bad expectations, and it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. So, really, it was fine. I don't know. It was fine. It wasn't great. It wasn't a good movie by any stretch of the imagination.
Agreed. Yes. It's not my favorite of all the movies. Mm-hmm. It's better than the book, that's for sure.
For sure.
And you can definitely tell that the quality is getting better every time you do this, which is nice. Money does something, friends.
Really does.
Yeah, and I'm so excited for you to actually see the Breaking Dawn movies because, they get so much better. Oh, and, boy. Like, Kristen's outfits, oh my god. Everybody's outfits, oh my god, I can't wait.
Damn,
so,
I'm excited.
I'm so excited. Next week, we're gonna read The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner. It's another novella, my friends. We are here. We get to read another 178 pages in 1 week. Yay. Be exciting. So, patrons, exciting stuff. Hey! I love that we talked about this on our live stream, which, if you don't know what we're talking about, listen and watch the live stream.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Come on.
Yeah. So, we have our $10 patrons. Amazing. Jessica Stanley. Amazing. Rachel Black. Our lovely people who are very on brand and probably aren't even here. They're probably at the Twilight Festival right now. So
yeah, they're that committed. And I respect them.
They're living their best life.
If you want to be like these wonderful, wonderful patrons.
Same.
You can... All right. You can just relax. You can support us at patreon.com/intothetwilight. Donate $10 a month. Or anything a month. But that's how you get on the show, so...
The best thing about us doing live streams is that people get to actually see what we look like IRL, and then they increase their patronage. So
because of our good looks, because of our dashing looks,
it happened.
Oh
so
my God.
I'm just saying, it's great, and I love it a lot. I thought that it's been kind of heavy, a la Renee.
Yeah.
So this week, I would give us something kind of funny to talk about for our fan fiction.
Great. I love it. Hit me.
Yeah. This one has a shitty title, though.
Great.
It's called Vampirism for Dummies. And it was written by Jessica314. Is that for pie? That's interesting. Okay. And the summary is called In Which Carlisle Writes a Textbook on Vampirism and Emmett immediately rewrites it. Disclaimer, the Twilight Saga and its universe is the property of Stephanie Meyer. No profit is made here and no offense intended. That's cute. How this person has written it is they've written the first part in Carlisle's voice and the second part in Emmett's voice. So I'm going to read a little bit of Carlisle's voice and then skip over. An excerpt from An Examination of Vampirism by Carlisle Cullen, MD. Chapter 8, How to Create a Vampire. It is essential to bear in mind the sacred responsibility that you are undertaking as you prepare yourself to attempt the transformation of human, hereafter referred to as your patient, to vampire. It is no small thing to play God. It is, in the estimation of some, an immortal act by its very nature. See Chapter 19, Theological and Sociological Considerations. And if you do, in fact, feel prepared or obligated to intercept the body's natural or incidental expiration, you then face the awesome responsibility of the consequences. Are you prepared to care for your creation throughout the duration of his or her volatile newborn year? Okay, and now I'm going to skip to excerpt from Vampirism for Dummies by Emmett McCarty Cullen. Chapter 8, How to Create a Vampire. Step 1. Are you ready for this? Get your human alone and get your bite on. Just don't drink if you can help it. If they die, better luck next time. And free snack. If you pull away in time, kudos. Step 2. Don't say anything while they're screaming that you don't want them to hear, because you might regret it for the rest of eternity. Cough. Edward. Step 3. Once their heart goes crazy, back off and give them some space, unless you like getting your face shredded. Chapter 4. Congrats, you've got a baby vampire. End scene.
I love it.
The one for Carlisle is literally like 3 pages. It's just like, it's so much. And then this one for Emmett is like, all I read is all that's there.
Amazing. That's so good.
So.
I love it.
Wow.
Well, as we say in Forks.
Get bit.
Oh, hi there. Guess who stole Cody's mic and took over the end credits? This is an Earbud Media production. You can pitch a show at bit.ly/earbudpitch. You can check out the network's Twitter at Earbud Media. And while you're doing that, why don't you follow us everywhere at Into the Twilight? Since you're doing that, why don't you just go ahead and check out our Patreon? It's patreon.com/intothetwilight. Just as little as $1 a month, you can get some cool things like pins and books, help us do cool things like live streams. You can always help us out for free with rating and reviewing us on Apple Podcasts. Our amazing artwork was done by Maddie Padilla, who you can find at YourGhostHost44. Our fantastic music was done by Eli Krause, who you can find at krausefilms.com. The intro and outro of our podcast is done by KB Smith, who you can find at KB_Smith. You can find Cody everywhere online at Cody Captures, and you can find me now everywhere at Into Wild Places. You stayed until the end. Check you out. Good job, and we will check back with you next week. Bye.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, what's up, John?
I just wanted to confirm that we were recording Monday.
Yes.
What are we recording for?
Oh, it's our new podcast.
Our podcast, the Strange Little People one,
Strange
right?
Little People, yeah.
Yeah, the one on Earbud Media Productions?
Mm-hmm. You can find it on YouTube. You can listen to it.
The one that we update every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, dude.
When we have new guests all the time?
Sometimes.
Most
of the time.
Yeah, and we talk about current events and stuff.
People should listen to it, right?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I think people would like it. I mean, you don't have to, but I hope you would.
Did you put out the ad yet? The flyers?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now, as we speak.
No, you're sitting down.
No, this is happening right now, as we speak.
John, why did my hand just go through you?
Oh my god.
John.
We'll talk about it next week.